What it is, good people, what it is. It is the bad wolf. You know what it is. We are going to be talking about why are some police municipalities not subject to a FOIA request? See, we've been thinking the entire time that all these police are direct government agencies. I mean, they're all the same, right? Isn't that what we kind of just always thought in our mind? Police, sheriff, marshal, whatever, somebody with a badge telling us what to do, bothering us. But remember when the wolf told you that these lower municipalities were private? They are under the ultimate rule of the federal government, which means they are subservient to the Constitution, the Supreme Court, and to we the people in the private. But they themselves are part of an organization called the United States Corporation, UCC 9-308, letter H, Cornell Law, EDU, Federal Law Code. And they are so big as a private member association for U.S. citizens that these lower municipalities who merely went to the government to get an EIN as a state, as a municipality, as a police station, but they are considered private. The government is considered public, true public. It's a private thing within, or how it says, if you look at the grand scheme, the United States, you can't just walk into it. So it itself is private and held in trust. The United States of America is held in trust and it's private. It has a private bubble within it called the United States Corporation. The private corporation is sanctioned by the superior United States of America and we the people. So it's a bubble within a bubble. But when you're in the bubble, like the United States Corporation, you're domestic. If you're outside of the United States Corporation's bubble, then it's international. But then you are domestic in relation to the United States of America. So a bubble within a bubble that has a sub-bubble area, and that's your law enforcement agencies who are the police, not your marshals or your sheriff. They're supposed to be constitutional, even though some of them are doing shady things and have gone corporate, and we hold you to your oath of office. So as it says here, let's see what they say.
Police municipalities are generally not subject to FOIA requests because the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, only applies to federal agencies.
So that tells you right there that the police are not federal agencies. They're a municipality, a subsection of the public, but really it's a private jurisdiction. So they're private. They don't have to comply with federal law as far as a FOIA, only federal agencies do.
Agencies, meaning it does not cover state or local government entities like police departments at the municipal level. Individuals seeking information from local police must instead use their state's specific public records access laws to file requests.
Did you hear that? This is why some of you guys have not been able to get your FOIA, because they're not subject to it. The law says, yeah, you're not a federal agency. You don't have to comply with this, but the state must comply. They must comply, and they're really not supposed to charge you. for public records access. It is in the public. They serve the public. You have a right to it. Your tax dollars are going to pay them. You should not have to pay them for anything, especially if you are a part of it. Case or the hearing or whatever it is you need.
Requests. Key points to remember. FOIA scope. The FOIA only applies to federal agencies, not state or local governments. State laws for access. Each state has its own laws governing public records access, which would be used to request information from local police departments. Law enforcement exemptions. Even within state laws, certain information related to ongoing investigations or sensitive details might be exempt from disclosure due to law enforcement protections.
So you're going to need to call down there and ask them for a copy of your reports or whatever other information you're trying to get. They try to get jazzy, tell them that they need to comply with the state's law on public information accessibility. They try to charge you, ask them what's the fee, and do you have a waiver for that? What are all of my options to avoid paying a fee? What can I get for free? From there, if they don't comply, you may have to file a complaint, contact and ask them who's in charge of this location or this station? Who's the highest person I can reach? And you file a complaint. And in some cases, you file a lawsuit. And if you are in the middle of something, you can subpoena that information. But get the information. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Short and sweet. I'll talk to you guys later.